Hi, guys, and welcome to Mama Madness. I'm here to remind you that you are never alone. We have each other. Hi, guys, welcome to this episode of Mama Madness. I think this is the fourth episode. Yeah, I think so. So, last week I spoke about emotions, which is very, very important to me because when we become more and more aware of our emotions or the way that we feel, we then become aware of our thoughts. And our thoughts, that's the next very, very big and important topic because our thoughts really control the way that we see life and the things that actually come back to us. Today, this week, I was reading a book about Marcus Garvey and Garveyism. And also I was reading a book called Born for Dead, which is really about Jamaican politics and how it intertwines with gang life in Jamaica, how politics and guns are related. And it was all very interesting to me. As Marcus Garvey was imploring on black people to, really become organized and work together to build the name for the race, for black race. And I felt empowered and I understood exactly what he was saying. And I realized that when he died, then that's when Jamaican politics came into play. And I just became aware, like I already knew, but all of a sudden I realized that we're still under slavery. It's no longer physical, but it's definitely mental. And I began thinking about it, and for a little bit during the week I got a little sad, thinking, what are we doing? Our ancestors have done so much for us, and we have been stuck in this loop, this mental loop that we can't even realize that we're in, where we become dependent upon the government and things outside of us. We think that when we have a car and a house or whatever, we have become successful. We think that's it. And we're competing against each other to see who can be the best at this and whatever. But the definition of success is not physical things. It is important for us to be financially stable. It is very imperative to be financially stable, but to be a well-rounded and to be considered a successful human being, you have to master mind, body, and spirit before you can be considered successful, because things outside of you cannot bring success. The feeling of success has to attract the things, it's not the other way around. So yeah, I was saying mind is very important because you and I are definitely still mentally enslaved. We have been trained through parents by no fault of their own, because they've also been trained by parents, by society, by religious groups, by educational groups. We've been trained to think and act a certain way and to depend upon this greater force outside of us to give us the things that we need, and become dependent on other countries and stuff like that. And I began thinking about it, and I was like, what is the way for us to renew the minds of the people? And I think it's through women. I think women are the key to changing the minds of the people. I think a woman is very open-minded in a greater sense. She is willing to try new things. Not all women, but most women. Feminine energy is very willing and open. And I believe that women are able to convince, encourage a man to become a well-rounded man. I think the key to anything is through a woman's heart and mind. And that's why it's important for me to put effort and focus into building a community of like-minded women who would like to see our men be stronger, and for us women to feel empowered, to feel strong and safe and confident. I think it's important for us to come together. To do it by yourself is a waste of time. because we have so much resources individually, mental resources, spiritual resources, physical resources to help each other, experiences that we can share to help each other out. And it's so important that we help each other. So I'm imploring you guys to share with me, reach out, anything that you think might be important for us to speak together as a group. If you have any suggestions, I am willing and I am open. If I have any advice for anybody at all, it is that it is important to have I call it a ritual or a way that you start your mornings. If you begin your mornings in defeat, in worry or concern for yesterday and the things you have to do today, you will be depressed and your days will continue on and on and on like this. One way to break the loop of worry, concern, and suffering and an unhappy lifestyle is through practice, and it begins in your mornings. You have to put something into play. If you're going to write things you appreciate, if you're going to think things you appreciate, as soon as you wake up, start being thankful immediately. It's a very short loop. When you wake up in the mornings, before you start thinking of things you have to do and all the problems and worries of yesterday and the kids and the blah blah blah. So before you jump out of bed, before you actually go and do anything, you need to put something into play. You need to meditate, quiet your mind before you get up out of bed, or immediately get up out of bed and meditate, pray, something to begin your day fresh, new, and ready to go on the battlefield of life. You know, life is an up and down battle. It's a journey and it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday working experience where you have to do the mental work. You have to do the physical. You have to exercise. You have to walk. You have to go outside. You have to be in nature. You have to meditate. You have to pray. You have to balance those three things. And through this balance, we get this peace. We get this feeling of peace and feeling good about ourselves. And when we feel good about ourselves, people, we are unstoppable. When we feel good, we then realize how important feeling good is, because we begin to realize that we are powerful and we are strong and we're empresses and we're kings and we're queens and we're smart and we're interesting and we can do anything we put our minds to. We just have to feel good first. When you don't feel good, it's as if you're blind to life. You're blind to the opportunities and the blessings. So we have to find a way to start feeling good. We have to start becoming more aware of the way that we're thinking or where we're talking. If we're talking about somebody and it's down, if you're talking somebody down, we're actually attacking ourselves, right? So we need to become more aware of the way we think, we talk and act around other people, to other people, and especially to ourselves. I look eagerly and expect that a day will come when women remember who they are, feel their empowerment and their strength. We are healers. We are healers, and we heal our children and our husbands and our spouses, and we bring them feeling good. We set a tone and the atmosphere for our homes, for our families, for our household. Oh my God, we are so powerful. And once we feel good, we will realize how powerful we are, and we can do it together. Let's do it together. Today I'll recite to you a poem by Marcus Garvey entitled Mother. Where can I find love that never changes, smiles that are true and always just the same, caring not how the fairest tempest races, willing ever to shield my honored name? This I find at home, only with Mother, who cares for me with patient tenderness. She from every human pain would rather save me and drink the dregs of bitterness. If on life's way I happen to flounder, my true thoughts should be of Mother dear. She is the rock that neareth rifts asunder, the cry for a child, be it far or near. Love wonderful beyond compare, it is God's choicest gift to mortal man. You who know Mother in this thought must share, for she of all is angel of your clan. My Mother is black, loveliest of all. Yes, She is as pure as the new-made morn. Her song of glee is a clear rhythmic call to these arms of love to which I was born. I shall never forget you, sweet mother. Where in life I may happen to roam, thou shalt always be the fairy charmer to turn my dearest thoughts to things at home.